Jazzy Nation. I'm really excited for today's video because I'm making Moroccan pastilla. I am an American. I was an expat living in Morocco, obsessed with this dish. You have no idea. And now I'm making it for you all today. So let's just get started. Bastilla, P or B? Let me know how you say it down below. So let's get started with the chicken portion. I actually don't have to do a lot of work because I've got boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So I'm gonna open this up, start browning my chicken thighs with some salt and some pepper. And then I'm gonna get my onions in there as well. And I'm gonna bring it over to my stove so we can do that together. Before we add our chicken to the pot, I'm actually gonna add these onions that I just sliced up. And now I'm gonna add my chicken as well. I am now going to add a little bit of coriander, actually a whole bunch of coriander. I added some already. I'm gonna add some more to my pot. So I've got a cup of water here. I'm gonna add this to my pot of goodness. Now I'm going to let it boil, so I'm going to turn up the heat actually. So while that's cooking, I'm actually going to get my spices together. I've got some salt and pepper that I need to add to my pot, ginger and some turmeric, and I also have a really special ingredient, guys. This is like, oh my gosh, this is saffron. In Morocco, it's everywhere and it's used in traditional dishes like Bastilla, so I'm really excited to use this. So what I'm going to do is add what I want of each spice. I really like turmeric, so I'm gonna add a bunch of turmeric. And then ginger. My husband doesn't really like ginger too much, so I'm gonna only add a little bit, maybe about a teaspoon. And then I'm gonna season with some salt and pepper. Turmeric is absolutely my favorite spice. It's an anti-inflammatory, so it really does wonders for the body. We're gonna line our baking sheet with some foil, because I'm lazy and I don't want to have to clean off gunk that's like really hard to clean. With our foil, we're going to add some blanched and slivered almonds. These are going to be really good in our dish. I'm an eyeball type of girl. I don't even know how this is going to turn out. I hope it turns out good. Do not roast me at the stake if this comes out bad. I mean, you could, to be honest with you. I don't really care. And then we're going to add a little bit of olive oil. And then I'm gonna place these in the oven for about 15 minutes or so until they start looking golden brown. I don't want them to burn. Put them in the oven. So this is the perfect step to do while your chicken is boiling and all of that stuff. Just get the other stuff out of the way so that when it's time to eat, all the food is ready at the same time. I'm actually gonna get to the part where I scramble and beat the eggs. Scramble the eggs, you actually do it in the reverse. I'm gonna do that right now because I am just waiting on things to cook and I just don't want to wait sitting around. So let's do that. I'm going to scramble about 8 eggs or so. So this recipe comes from mymoroccanfood.com and the author has outlined a really cool blog post and recipe section for this dish. And what I'm doing is adapting it to make it my own. Our chicken is just about done. I actually am going to put a top over it right now. Almonds are nice and toasted. What I'm gonna do here is heat up my pan and I'm gonna add a little bit of butter to this and we're gonna scramble our egg. When I make my eggs, I actually like to make them nice and low, slow and low, so that they don't cook too fast and they're nice and fluffy. Something about me, I actually love to cook. When I first started YouTube, I wanted to start a cooking channel. But I do have some cooking videos on my channel actually. I think wearing the same shirt. But I decided to wear the shirt because of Morocco, you know, gotta support, gotta represent. But I've got some Christmas cooking videos on my channel as well, so I'll make sure to link them in the cards so you can check those out. Even though this is a recipe that I am adapting from mymoroccanfood.com, I will definitely have the recipe on my blog, thejazzynation.com, so make sure you check it out if you wanna know how I made this and kind of made it my own way. Maybe you could say I Americanized it a little bit, but I tried to stick to the traditional form. We're gonna take out the chicken. Wow, my goodness. Look at all of this turmeric. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is what our mixture looks like. All of the onions are cooked down with that parsley and coriander and all of those spices are all cooked down in there. It smells so good. This smells just like Morocco. This part is really what makes the dish for me and makes people really think this is weird until they try it. So don't judge it until you try it, okay? So we've got some powdered sugar as well as some good old honey. So in the recipe that I'm following, it doesn't really give a specific amount of powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar. So I'm gonna do a nice healthy heaping because we're gonna put some on top after everything is all done as well. So 2 tablespoons or so of honey. This is gonna be really sweet. And with the cinnamon, I'm just gonna eyeball about a teaspoon or so. This is on low. We're gonna cook down the rest of this liquid with the lid off, and all we want left is oil, onions, and all of our spices, so we don't want any moisture. Similar to our eggs, no moisture in this mixture here. While we have our mixture cooking in the back, I'm gonna pull the meat off of this chicken with a fork and a knife, or maybe 2 forks. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how hot it is first. Oh my gosh, it's like falling off the bone right now at this point. We are now ready to assemble. I'm so excited because that means we're closer to eating all of this good stuff. Oh my goodness. So I am going to follow this part of the recipe to a T because I don't want to mess it up. What I did is I made like a meal with the almonds, some powdered sugar, and some cinnamon. So I put that in my blender. You can use a food processor if you have one. And I just made a really nice little mixture like that. So I unrolled my phyllo pastry, and I have to be honest with you guys, I almost messed this whole recipe up because I forgot to take it out of the freezer. So if you're like me and you're a little forgetful, what you can do is put your phyllo pastry when it's wrapped in its packaging, put it in some cool water so that it unthaws itself. So it's actually quite perfect right now. So I'm gonna take some melted butter and I am going to brush it. I don't really have a brush, so I'm gonna use my spatula here. I'm gonna brush it along my phyllo pastry sheet. Just kind of work that in there. So when I was back in Denver, I actually went to a Moroccan restaurant. It is called Cafe Paprika. If you're in Denver, check out Cafe Paprika. You would love it. It was amazing. Their pastilla was amazing. I'm gonna follow up by putting it in our container. So you want to place 2 phyllo dough sheets on top of each other. And mine is not coming out the way it's supposed to, but it's okay because we're gonna roll with it. Now I have all my layers ready to go. I've got my chicken, I've got my onion mixture, my eggs, and I'm gonna put them all together, and also my almonds as well. I'm just gonna use my hands. Layer of chicken. My hands are clean. I'm going to add my onion mixture. This is the part I was nervous about because it's, you know, you want it to come out okay. We're gonna do a layer of our almond mixture. What it looks like currently right now. I need to flip it, and then I'm gonna put it back in the same pan. So when I flip it, if it all just falls apart, well, then it all falls apart. I figured it'd be better to get it on camera than to be embarrassed and not get it on camera. It's all good if it doesn't come out okay. Look at that. We're gonna put this in the oven for about 25 minutes and then we are finally done. I'm gonna clean up the kitchen and then I'm gonna come back to you all with my final results with the taste test and everything. So stay tuned. All right. So this is what it looks like. We are here with our Bastilla and oh my goodness, it's hot. But it smells absolutely divine. I'm so excited to try this. One thing I do want to mention is I actually took this out and brushed this with some egg wash because it was kind of too crispy and not to my liking. So I wanted to make sure that it actually puffed up the way that it was supposed to puff up and all that stuff. So yeah, this has egg wash on top and I'm gonna now sprinkle the rest of this with some cinnamon and some sugar and we're gonna get into this and eat. So I've got a cinnamon sugar mixture here. Just powdered sugar and cinnamon, very simple. And I'm going to sprinkle this on top. So this is what it looks like with the cinnamon sugar on it. It's ready to come out, guys. It's so ready to come out. Should we dig into this or what? This is what it looks like. I've got a salad to go along with it. We're about to try this and it's about to be amazing. Let's dig in. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I hope it tastes good. I hope it tastes good. Oh my gosh, it tastes amazing. That's really good. Really good. Really, really good. I'm very happy. Yeah, I enjoyed this so much and I enjoyed spending time with you guys as well. Please let me know if you liked this video, and if you did, tell me what types of recipes or dishes you want to see from me next. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you liked it or rate it honestly, just let me know. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you again for watching. I'm gonna go eat and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye guys.